Free Larry presiding.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Radio Free Larry.
All right, here we go again. Buckle up. Rough roads ahead. Very interesting weather pattern out there. It's very warm. It's not what we usually see. And it's not that it's just warm. It's kind of like really humid. And there's no clouds in the sky. So again, there's a usual thing that happens when it gets hot, where the clouds start filling the sky, and that's kind of out the window. I mean, we have a little bit of cloud, but not like that thick cloud cover we usually have. Although it's not terribly hot, and it's only hot. Like if you were to go back to how hot it was the last heat waves, I believe you would see that it gets hot earlier and stays hot longer. So there is a little bit of blessings in this thing. So there's a light cloud, which was better than yesterday. There was no cloud, but it's just not that cloud we usually see when it gets this hot. Now they are forecasting some clouds on and off for the next few days, so that could take the edge off it. That's a big one in Kansas, and maybe everywhere else today, because again they're cleaning the air. The sun's rays are increasing because there's no haze up there to block it. So that's part of the heat. So again, it's kind of strange. It's pretty much, it seems like fraud. Again, there's nothing wrong with cleaning the air and the environment, but to say that you're going to control the weather, you kind of took it in the other direction. You made it hotter. What they did is they went back to, like, I think 2008 or so, and they restudied the greenhouse gases. And I think they were looking to say they were increased worse than it was, but they actually came up with the outcome that we have been decreasing greenhouse gases since 2008. And in fact, I think since 2008 is when it really started speeding up, right? So again, cleaning the air made it quite a bit hotter. It's just, I'm sorry that reality doesn't jive with your fantasies, all of you. What happened here? Something's not making sense. Yeah, go down this way. It looked like a little spoof going on maybe here. All right. So it is what it is. So I'm not going to name any locations or police departments or anything, but I had something strange happen. And again, I say it's not bail reform, but I have no idea what their perception was. I had left my credit card in a place where the cashier did a great job. It was like 45 seconds later, she came out, maybe 60 seconds, came out and said, "Hey, you forgot your card." I'm like, okay. It was the middle of the night. I just kind of spaced it out during the evening. Right. And I had a charge on my account within 2 days. Now, to me, it doesn't mean it's the cashier, especially since she was so nice. but it could be, you know. Right. Yeah, because it could be the deep state knowing that that happened, wanting me to blame the cashier. But I mean, theoretically, there's a cashier somewhere. She has your card for a minute. Right. I mean, it was so fast. I never thought to change the number or anything. And I put a police report in, and they said they're not going to investigate because you're not sure if it's the person at this place. But I'm not. I mean, I said, you know, she did nothing wrong. So I spent about a half hour calling Walgreens. Oh shit! I told you. Oops. But I got their security people. You know, it's about a half. Actually, I didn't spend a half hour calling them. I spent a half hour figuring out what to do and probably the call. So I, you know, but it was strange because I called the guy and I said, "What is this thing doing? This isn't making any sense." All right, yeah, somebody looks like they're screwing with my right. They're spoofing me. It looks like. Okay, I think I don't know if it corrected it yet. They're spoofing me. It looks like. So and again, they think it's funny because they're torturing. It's election time, and they're torturing people into supporting certain candidates. They're trying to torture the Justice Department into not prosecuting people. That because again, Trump's not the only person. That's a person you hear about. Other people being prosecuted at the same time, and it isn't political. They're a mafia. Trump's a mafia, and these police departments are mafia. That's what they are. No, it isn't just hey, you're just abusing people or you're harassing people. You're mafias. Bar connected to narcotics distribution and sex trafficking. I had to pull over not pull over, but pull over to the other lane or pull into the other lane for a traffic stop, so I wasn't right up on them. So you know, the guy at Walgreens didn't even click. It didn't even click for him. Oh shoot! I was supposed to make a thing there. Yeah, they're in the middle of my life here. I'll get there, I'm sure. No, because the thing's not making any sense. Right. I had this happen the other day. So he wants me to make because I make a complaint. I said, no, I don't want to make a complaint. The woman did great. I mean, she really did what she was supposed to do. You know, but I had this charge my car through. That's their point was there was no loss. But you know, if it involves and there's a video on that person, all you do is get the video. But there's also the part where somebody may have gotten the video and saw that I left my car and then called somebody and the charge would be a deep operation. And I told him, I said, I don't think we want somebody that's copying the card here. Make sure I don't have a complaint. She did great, and of course, I know that it's possibly the deep. Agreed, Larry. Nah, I think I'm being spoofed. I have to look to see. I looked to see if my settings were off the other day, and it did seem like it. Actually, well, this is part of increasing the stress to block somebody from moving into an apartment. In denial of housing rights. So, which I wanted to get back to again. That's part of what's going on. That's why they accept this type of thing. So, a cop may tell you our intelligence says that this person is possibly a criminal about to engage in a crime. And they say, it's not us, it's our computer program. It's like a casino, all of you. Once they have that computer program, or they have somebody training them as crooked, all they have to do is enter stuff in that computer for 6 months to figure out how to get it to how to scam it, and how to make it point at who they want it to point at and go away from who they want it to go away from. It's just a matter of how they articulate, how they enter data. So again, the only way that it would work is that AI did it, all of it. AI analyzed all of it. But again, the AI would have to interview people too. So again, maybe robots. We'll have robot investigators. I gotta get somewhere where I can figure out what the hell this thing's doing. I think I get there going straight. What the hell? No, something screwed up here. It's telling me it's this way. I don't know. It doesn't look like my GPS is taking me in the right direction, but we'll see. This don't make sense. Where's it taking me to? This might be a threat message, actually, that I have to move where they want me to move. Right. Which would be a place where it's not well. Not making sense to me. But maybe that's where it is. So it's not making sense to me. Maybe it is. Maybe it's right. It just doesn't jive with my mind of where this place was. No, I'll keep going this way. I guess this is it. Right. But now I think it changed the location. I'm not sure. I could have swore it was further south, but maybe not. Might be too far north to move in, but I had an apartment ready. I'm just going to go look, see what they say. And personal investigation. Am I serious about moving in? Yeah. But like anyone else, I have a right to move in wherever I want. 100%. I mean, if a certain police department offended against me and they're paranoid about me moving out of their control, that's their fucking problem. I do mean fucking. You now investigators speak. That's really where it's at the whole time. A bunch of paranoid criminals making fake cases up and adulterating and altering their victim. Well, for the price, this is not really where I want to live, I don't think, but we'll see. I don't have to take what you give me. So again, even the guy at Walgreens, it wasn't clicking. You got somebody at the register that had a credit card in her hand. 2 days later, right, without the owner there, 2 days later, there's a gift card transaction. It was denied, but a gift card transaction nonetheless. Thanks. So and it's on, and apparently within 7 days, I read that they erased the video, which is crazy. I don't know if they still do that. There is somewhere online that Walgreens erased the video. I don't know if they're doing that, but I mean, requesting cops that are because they don't want any real record. Again, I'm having trained them to install cameras that I've recommended for about a decade, I guess, at this point. Because we need cameras places so we can go back and see what happened. But again, crooks don't want that either. Or crooks don't want that, should I say. That's the point. Again, a cop isn't a special type of criminal. I mean, I don't go one way or the other, Emily. I don't believe in this. You have more responsibility because there's more stress and more curses and things like that hitting them. But I don't go the other way either, that they're special in some way, because again, you do, but when you're a criminal, you're a criminal though. And if you control 911 and you control the investigative system, and maybe you got me, again, I'm not saying it's that, I mean, just maybe some confusion in their mind on how they're supposed to effectuate law enforcement, because again, I have moved in places and helped them understand what they're supposed to do. But again, I mean, how do you justify not looking at that video? It takes you 10 minutes to look at that video. 100%. I gave you the time period and everything. Had the receipt, copied down the time period. 100%. And the whole time I'm doing a report, well, you sure you want somebody to look at the camera someplace you've been? So actually, the system of reporting a crime is screwed up here. 100%. Thank you, Larry. Because people should be receive like a calm, peaceful feeling while they're reporting a crime. Thank you, Larry. So again, a lot of times the anti-police thing, and there's police officers that know the truth, right? So they're in the mind meld of honesty as far as law enforcement, And again, I'm not a stickler for putting every cop in prison, but you want to play games, then we'll play games. All of you. Thank you, Lord. But the idea is there was a need to look at that video, and it takes 10 minutes. I agree. Well, because the next time she might get the charge through. So we don't want somebody else to experience something. And she was a very nice person. I would be surprised if it was her. So that's why I thought maybe it was the deep state. And again, maybe they want me to know it's the deep state by not investigating it. Again, they'll say there's an investigative reason. Our computer said this, da-da-da. It's all bullshit. Because they can adulterate any computer program in the world. Like that one down in Pasco where they had that big news thing, news coverage of it. Their crime intelligence program. They go out and harass certain people in the community. You can adulterate that in a second. There's no doubt. The Justice Department should have already figured that out and should already be highlighting that. Agreed, sir. But again, maybe they like it. It's fun to do what they're doing. Again, they're same as Trump at that point. Wait a minute, this isn't the place I was thinking about. I don't think I ever came over here. Yeah, I wanted to move into Olathe because I got a bicycle. That's like Bike Central, but I got to get to this appointment here. Thank you, Larry. Well, I mean, they might be confused at what my report was. They left a voicemail, and I just let it at that. Because, I mean, there's history. I mean, let's face it, there's history. I mean, y'all want to just, go with the lie? I mean, I guess you do. And there goes their curse. Okay, they took the bait, cursed me again. So, again, this is what they do to people until they become pedophiles. Whether they're focusing on me that way right now or not. Or any longer, I was going to say. So, everything miserable happens in their life until they become a pedophile. Again, it works. I've already tested their. Not that I've become a pedophile, but I've tested their system. You do the wrong thing and you get up. They're devils, man. And they have the status of... In other words, the police department is not independent of their metaphysics. So there's, don't tell me, well, what do you talk, what is this? You know what it is. You knew what it is before I woke up in life at age 40. Where the hell's the office at? Not a bad looking place, actually. But I like the open balcony better because you just walk in and walk out through that. You have like a second option. Right. But although if you have something on your balcony, it doesn't get stolen. It's not a bad looking place. Pretty clean. It's worth what they're asking. Right. But I don't know if I want to live here. And I didn't want to be right off the highway like this. Right. We'll just see. I guess, is this it here? I don't know what this is. This is a pool or something. I guess it's in that building there. Well, it's a little better than where I am. All right. So again, it is what it is. Now, this isn't where I thought I was going to. Although something must have called me up and told me this was available. So that's a positive. Again, the community itself should be able. I passed it. Here it is. So the community itself should be able to fight what the police department is doing if it's corrupt. So again, at that point, then the community itself is corrupt. So then you see these millionaires, they're crooks. And if they're not crooks now, they were crooks 15 years ago. Well, stay peaceful, praise God in all that you do. Praise